with you properly in a moment, folks. Still setting up, just didn't want to miss that arrival. Also keeping our eye open for a viewer related one. Got to sort two. 1212. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with me. Still setting up. Just wanted to catch that arrival in, and a few settings we need to change at this end first. That's better. Look at that beauty. Okay, right. KL, please start now. EasyJet landed, Jet2 coming in. So KL, I caught the other two arrivals, which I can give you as shorts if you needed them. The first one was a Jet2, the second one was a... no, first one was an EasyJet, the second one was a Jet2, and then I caught the Ryanair on the stream. Good morning, Alison Tidy. Let me know, KO, if you want me to post them up as individual videos if you're interested in those flights for whatever reason. It's no problem. Right, good morning, welcome to the channel. It's Planecaster, and here we are live at Bristol Airport again, and unbelievably early. How does that work? It's quite a record now, I think. I guess it just comes from leaving the house about 3 hours too early, really, but anyway, it's all good. Just a couple of things to set up here from my end. Nothing going on the arrivals or departures now, for the moment, but of course we will keep you involved. There's the Ryanair that just arrived, which we did catch on the stream, I believe. Can't quite see the registration of the Dreamliner, which is a shame. If anybody knows that one, let me know. Oh, I think it's TUI Indigo. Golf Tango Uniform Indigo. 8 years old. 787-800 Dreamliner. Let's have a look at, see if we can find some information for that. Tyler's nearly at the airport. Good morning, Tyler. You are definitely on an A320neo from the looks of things, so that's a good story. Good morning, Alibi. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. There's always like the urge to start in a kind of organised fashion, set it all up before you really realistically start, but then it's like you get here and there's planes coming in and you want to catch them all. Don't want to miss anything, do you? Right. What have we got there? Let's just quickly reload this. Oh, it's Mrs. Patmore again. Okay. Jeff, thank you. The Patmore series of aircraft are definitely regular visitors here, aren't they? Lovely and warm up here today. Got some cloud cover at the moment. Hopefully that will continue. It's warm enough as it is. And when that cloud does clear, a stinging old heat, which I suppose I shouldn't complain about because I think we're going to be clear of rain today. Here's a quick look at the common for you today. And we're in two parts today, folks. We're going to do this to about 2 o'clock. And then we're going to zoom down to the other end of the runway to catch the departure of Tyler's flight. And he's off to Antalya today with EasyJet, and he's on an A320neo. So I'll catch that one from the Winters Lane end, hopefully left side if I can find a space. Nothing coming in at the moment, so we'll focus on the airfield. Really, really benign conditions in terms of wind today. Just trying to find the windsock. Where do we put the windsock now? Where's it gone? Right, there's the tower. The windsock's normally about here. Well, there you are. The very fact we can't find the windsock kind of tells you how incredibly benign the conditions are today. Right. KO, you've got a question? Let me know. And Tyler's making his way up to the airport. Must be very excited to be going on holiday to Turkey. I know I would be. Never been to Turkey before. Pictures you see look absolutely beautiful. Excuse me. So I presume we're going to see the departure of the Dreamliner again. Is that about 1 o'clock like it was last time? Oh, 12:05. Okay, estimated for 12:20 at the moment. That'd be nice to see. The standard Wednesday treat. For the minute, anyway. Looks like we have two departures for you. First of all, Nice with EasyJet. That's Echo Zulu Tango Charlie A320 CEO, and then an A319, the baby, well, not the complete baby, but we don't see 318s here, but the 319, and that's Echo Zulu Golf Hotel, the registration of that one, and that one's off to Amsterdam this morning. Just gone 11 o'clock. Welcome to Planecaster. We hope that you are well on this fine day at Felton Common for us. The first of two parts today. We're going to do this till about 2 o'clock and then disappear down to the other end of the runway and capture Tyler's flight. One of our very first listeners, viewers to the show. I'm in radio mode there, aren't I? Blimey. We're being serenaded as ever by the fine dogs of the kennels near us. And the very next thing that we are waiting for is this departure to Nice. It's behind the tree at the moment, but I'll bring it to you as soon as possible. In fact, I'm going to also take this opportunity just to level up the camera. Well, I'm going to try. I don't think I knew my own strength last time I did that up, blimey. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. See you soon, Tyler. Have a great flight. If you can chat to us while you're in the terminal, do pop on the stream. We'll be here all the time that you're sort of waiting to board, apart from about 2 o'clock, when we'll take our leave and get down the other end. Currently you look on time. Let's hope it stays that way. So both of these aircraft are holding short. I think it's for their own tests or for slot times. There's certainly nothing that I can see approaching at the moment. Here we go, then we'll get our first arrival. Welcome to Planecaster, first departure. Welcome to Planecaster, folks. I'm Danny, live from Bristol Airport. Damn nature getting in the way, look at that. There we are. This is the A320 CEO, 319 behind it. Average delay at the airport today, just 5 minutes. It's a great stat, isn't it, for Bristol in the summer months? I guess it's still early. Trying to get you some more sound, but we get that echo, don't we? So I think we'll probably have to keep it like this, folks. It's a real pain. Okay, they're rolling out. There you go, you can see how calm the conditions are. Certainly at ground level anyway. Very relaxed takeoff. .319 now makes its way in for its departure to Amsterdam. Welcome everybody to the channel. Welcome back to Bristol Airport. We're live till 2 today, or thereabouts, and then we have a little break and we will be back on just before the 3 o'clock departure to Antalya for Tyler, one of our first ever subscribers to the channel, so we're pleased to cover his holiday flight this afternoon. I assume it's a holiday anyway. There you go, straight into the cloud. Okay, let's bring you back down here. Not too much in the airport at the moment. 5 aircraft, the 3 you can see there, and another 2 out of your view behind the bush. Still got a bit of echo there, haven't I? Let's bring that down. So in terms of the arrivals that are already in the air, let's have a look and see what we can expect. It looks like nothing now for a little bit, but we will have some more departures to bring you. A little bit of blue sky here for us as well, which may give us the chance to bring some passing aircraft to you. We'll see. Not that much, maybe it'll clear a little bit, who knows. Ah, look, hang on a second. It just zoomed out the cloud and then, there it is, hold on. Somewhere about there. Lost it again. Oh man, just had one of the passing departures, the first of those two we just brought you there. And it was just visible under the clouds, but it's just popped into the clouds, I'm afraid, folks. Never mind. These things happen. We may see the Amsterdam one actually once it's done its turn. We'll try and keep our eye open. So Tyler's parking in Silver Zone this morning, which is official airport parking. I do hope that he took my advice and went to the Bristol airport website and got his 15% off voucher of any on-airport parking, or official airport parking I should say. You don't want to be paying full price when Bristol airport are throwing a 15% discount at you, do you? All you've got to do is go to the website and you should see it pop up. That tells you all about that. Also 10% off the lounges I believe at the moment, and that's a nice little deal as well. You know your holiday's off to a start when you step into one of them lounges, pick yourself up a complimentary drink, and you are loving it. Nice comfy seat, uncrowded. Hell yeah. See, again, I can hear that Amsterdam, but I think it's already climbed into the clouds. Yeah, it's a goner, I'm afraid, folks, sorry. That would have been nice to bring you. Good morning, Love Aviation. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Welcome along. Hope all is well. Hope your testing is going well. Love Aviation. Keith is our moderator extraordinaire, and great to have you here. Thank you. Weather's quite interesting at the moment because we're not getting too much in the way of trails. I've noticed. Ah, right, there's something up there. Will I catch it? Will I catch it? Okay. Quick. Not too much of a view, unfortunately. Let me tell you what was going on there then. That, I believe, is the EasyJet service to Lisbon from Manchester. It's currently at 35,000 feet and it is Golf Uniform Zulu, Hotel Romeo. And I'm talking away, realising that my microphone's not actually on me. Sorry, folks. I took it off because you don't want to hear that glugging when I'm drinking, do you? It's not a nice sound. There's a heavy coming 787-9 coming over us from JFK, but my sky in that where that would be happening is just minimal. Sorry, folks. I would love to catch some trails for you. Keeps it exciting, doesn't it? Alibi 58, easy to Lisbon. Yes, quite right, sir. Quite right. There's also an Aberdeen to Malaga, which is in that same, roughly that same bit of sky, but I'm not clocking it, I'm afraid. So, while we got a second, I'm not sure if anybody spotted this news, but I was, it came up on a couple of my feeds from different sources that we could be seeing the return of Monarch Airlines. What do you think about that, folks? Monarch was a great airline in its time, a real good competitor for Britannia as it was then. And then, of course, Monarch launched their Crown service and scheduled flights. They had a little bit of that going on. A real good airline, but unfortunately, of course, they went bust a few years ago. And a real loss to not see those amazing yellow and black coloured planes in our skies anymore. So what do you think about that, folks? Let us know. I think it'd be absolutely amazing myself to see the return of Monarch. Really lovely. Folks, if you're new to the channel, we're here from Bristol Airport every week. It would be absolutely fantastic if you could just press that subscribe button. Make a huge difference to us. Every time you do that, we reach a few more people, and you do us the world of good. So thank you in advance. A little bit quiet here at Bristol for about another 10-15 minutes, and then we'll have a departure or two. We've got the Dreamliner that you can see in your picture there going out about 12:20 in an hour's time. Just looking up now because I can hear a plane, can hear something. Where are you? Sorry folks, it's not spottable. Yeah, so plenty to look forward to. There'll be a flurry of arrivals as we get into the next half hour or so. Again, let's just bring them up on the screen while we've got the chance to do so. One moment, folks. My phone is misbehaving. Let's try that again. Looks like 11:54 is our next arrival, but then we've got 11:55, 12, 12:05, 12:19, 12:23. So the 12 o'clock hour, very busy. So love Aviation, hopefully Monarch comes back. Yeah, and Alibi 58, I'll believe it when it happens. Well, that's a very good point, I think. We've heard so many stories. We heard, like, I remember when Flybe came back for the second time, we heard lots of stories leading up to that, which actually never came to anything. And it was all a bit of a, seemed like a publicity drive. Was it for Virgin? Had some involvement in it, I think. And then it all went quiet on that front. And then actually, to their credit, they did come back, but of course it didn't last very long, and that's really, really sad. But Monarch, I know there's a lot of goodwill for Monarch, so fingers crossed, folks. Fingers crossed. What do you reckon? All Airbus fleet for them? They were definitely pretty Airbus heavy, weren't they? I know they had those old 757s. I had the pleasure of flying on one of them. I remember a flight actually coming into Gatwick, and at the time they had a really good value deal that you could go right up front, row 1 or 2, which had a little bit of extra legroom, and it was so cheap. We booked it at the time, and it was a lovely flight. A very old bird though, obviously. I think even then it was about, excuse me, 27, 28 years old, and we're talking back in early 2000s. But lovely flight, lovely crew. And I do remember when we were coming back into Gatwick, it was a night flight, quite late, and the weather wasn't great. And we just started, well, I think we were at the top of descent, so they were just at that point where they thought, oh, we'll just try and flog a few more duty-free goods, like you do, like they tend to do. And lady was doing the announcement, and without any warning at all, we hit some sort of rough air, and the back end of the plane just dipped quite significantly. I mean, we were at the front, so it was noticeable even from our point of view, but the sort of angle of attack just changed quite a lot, and it definitely phased the lady when she was doing her announcement. But I think she managed to drop one word, pause, and then just carried on like nothing had happened. I thought, wow, just true professionals. And actually, there was no more weather problems after that at all. It was just great. 777-306 from Panama City to Amsterdam overflying us now. You might get to hear it, but you certainly won't see it, folks. I'm sorry. It's just to the south of us. Kind of thick overcast, really. Cloud. There you go. You can just hear the growl of it now. Let me turn it up for you. I wish I could bring you the pictures that go with the sound, folks. I'm so sorry. Cloud not so good for us today. So we did a little test last week on my phone, and the results from the pictures were very good, in fact. And actually, there's a real kind of lovely definition that comes from from that, particularly using the camera on my phone. You've obviously got a much more HDR compatible picture, so you've got some much nicer colours. What you don't particularly have is the strong zoom, which we have the benefit of here. But what I'll do today, when we see Tyler off, I will switch over to that, and I'm using this. I'm going to have to zoom out on that so you can see this. I'm using that. You mount the phone in there, and then you've got a two-handed kind of stability for it. And actually the quality of pictures is fantastic, and the beauty is when I come up here and it is absolutely raining hard, and it's the wrong word there, I can use that because obviously the iPhone's completely waterproof, so it does give me options being able to do that now and broadcast via the phone. And we can also switch to the phone if there's any need to go roving as well. Well, I can't really see a use case for that at the moment, but yeah, really handy. So really pleased to have discovered that. Got a few more tests I need to do with it. The audio will only be coming from the phone initially, although I do have the ability to run it from this wireless microphone I'm talking to you on now. So lots of options. Quite excited quite excited to know that I can still come up here and it can be absolutely chucking it down, And if we can see the planes, e.g. they're coming, you know, below the cloud, because we know what happens here at Bristol when the weather's particularly bad, the cloud tends to drop to airfield level. But if they are visible, then we can bring them to you. Because I don't mind getting wet, it doesn't bother me, but it's I certainly don't want an expensive camera getting wet. That would be the end of that. So it's good, lots of options. Lord Darlow's joined us. Good morning. So Lord Darlow's weekly Jesus update, which is Golf Echo Zulu Uniform Sierra. It's an EasyJet A320. It is at Liverpool still, and the slightly similarly named G-EZUZ is at London Gatwick. Thank you for the update, much appreciated. We do appreciate you tracking that for us. One day it will come. So I promised you there'd be some more departures, and here is one now. Pushing back. This one's going to be off to Glasgow, and it is Uniform Zulu Mike Hotel. It's an A321. So big old Neo to fly up to Glasgow. Numbers must be good. This is a great flight, this is. Honestly, this is just such a great flight. Any of these flights to Edinburgh or Glasgow, just brilliant from this airport. Take off, turn right with the direction we're going today. Turn right, over Wales. If you're sat on the left side, you'll see Cardiff and Newport if the weather's good, if you're not above the clouds by then. You'll see the bridges. Although sometimes the route does take you kind of right over the bridges, so you might not see them because they'll be right below you. And they may be on the other side if they stretch over a little bit towards Wales a little bit more. But yeah, all the way up I think is up. Once you get to Manchester or Liverpool, just turn right a little bit, follow it up, and then inevitably I think it's a left turn into Glasgow, long descent and then a left turn, and some lovely views. I think if you're on the left of the city, the plane, you'll get some beautiful views of the city as well, which is nice. Yeah, you're right about the hammer, Lord Darlow, but it does tend to be quite reliable so far. Don't know if you can hear the commentary to accompany the dogs. So I'm still yet to travel on one of these 321s. I would love to, believe me. I've been on a regular 321 with Thomas Cook, I think, to Menorca, of all places. Darlow, does it do the? He's talking about the Tesla and the reversing. Does it do the beep when it reverses? Good morning, Mike. Welcome to the channel, Mike Wild. Absolute pleasure to have you with us. If you are new to us this morning, do please press that subscribe button on the channel, and not only will you make me very happy, but you'll be making the other people interested in Bristol Aviation, and Bristol Airport Aviation, I'm trying to say, very happy as well, because you'll bring us to their attention as well, to a wider audience on YouTube. So thank you very much. The departure you're looking at has just pushed back. It's going to Glasgow today. It's an A321 Neo. It will. We're on 2-7 operations today. It means we're taking off to the west, landing to the west from the east, and it will come down towards us. We'll lose sight of it behind the bush in front of us, and then as it turns for its takeoff roll, we'll be able to catch most of it and up into the air. Just in case you're new to the channel, don't know how it works here. We're in Felton Common. Beautiful piece of public land overlooking the airport. It's much better in winter, to be honest, because a lot of this plumage dies away and we've got better views over the apron, the what I guess you would call the easterly side of the airport, the easterly apron and stands. Unfortunately, that's in the way at the moment, which is why we can't follow this plane all the way down unencumbered. But it definitely clears in winter. Remember, a whole flurry of departures starting in about arrivals starting in about 20 minutes time, and definitely at least 2, I would say, maybe 3 departures before then. If you are flying out the airport, and one of our users is today, subscribers is today, and I'll mention that again in a moment, let us know. We'll try and catch your flight if we possibly can. All you've got to do is get in touch with me at contact@planecaster.uk, or you can leave a comment on one of the videos. If you leave a message on the chat, I will try and get to it. I do try and review all the chat messages, but as you can imagine, it gets a bit fast moving sometimes. The bush of doom, I'm afraid, just for a minute. But yeah, if you are flying, if you're a pilot here who flies in and out of Bristol, if you're cabin crew, if you are one of the many heroes of the ground, baggage handlers, air traffic control, dispatchers, various other ground crew like refuelling, let us know. Yeah, we've got a Ryanair heading out as well. The Ryanair is going to Gdansk. But right now, here's this EasyJet 321 off to Glasgow. I was told by a Scottish person it's definitely Glasgow, not Glasgow. Sound of something else passing over as well. Can't see it though, folks, sorry. Right, we'll leave that one there. As we have a Ryanair to Gdansk, 737. It is an 800 series, not a MAX. Just poking its nose in here in just a second. Actually, it does look like it's holding short just for a second. I'll just have a look at the radar, make sure we've got nothing coming in that I've missed. Marseille to Bristol looks like it's due in about 5 minutes' time. Echo India Delta Yankee Victor is the registration of that one. That'll be a 737-800. And I think what it is that he's waiting for, or they're waiting for right now, is this light aircraft. Bit of general aviation. Won't be able to see this one all the way down to the ground, folks, but we'll catch it for as long as we can. Nice little close up there. Unfortunately, the plane's so small and the hedges are so high, we will lose sight of it. Unless it decides to do a touch and go, of course. That's all I can give you, folks, sorry. So, departure now, and then an arrival. The inbound that will be here shortly is a Ryanair service. Right. A little bit of trouble with my radar app here, folks. Yeah, that's in for Marseille. But got another few minutes before that comes in, so let's catch the departing Ryanair to Gdansk, and the registration, if you can just briefly see it there. SPRKV or RKY. Sorry folks, I can't quite see it on this little screen. Slightly reluctant takeoff there from the 737-800. Quite normal from what we see on here, the way it looks. Also the runway probably dips there again a bit, so that probably adds to the impression of sluggishness. The arriving plane is just visible to me now, so we'll stay with this just for a second. And then the Marseille 737-800, so Ryanair out, Ryanair in. Whoops, steady on folks, steady on, there we are. What's my dream car? I think I'd actually quite like a Tesla, to be honest. Got nowhere to charge it though, that's the problem. I've got a hybrid at the moment, so I kind of have a little bit of electric fun every now and again when it switches over, or if I drive with a particularly light foot. Right, here we are then. Marseille 737-800 coming in now. Ryanair. A little bit of reverse thrust. From the inbound 737-800 from Ryanair there. So this Dreamliner you can expect to depart in about 40 minutes, half an hour, sorry, if it's still on time. Yeah, so the electric cars have a noise generation system, don't they, which has to kick in so that you know the car's there and you don't walk out in front of it, and I guess it's probably aimed at blind people and visually impaired people. The Ryanair that just took off to Gdansk is just here. I'm doing a very good job of bringing it to you. It's really hard to capture. A second. Oh, it's gone the cloud now, sorry folks. You might just catch it as it comes out here. Stay with it for a second. No, it's just below. Actually a standard sort of 180 departure for planes departing to the west and with an easterly destination. Planes inbound to Bristol, a little bit more south. If you look at it on your favourite radar app, you will sort of see the trends if you're a regular viewer of that. In terms of that, by the way, let me highly recommend, of course, from our friends at Radarbox, the Radarbox app, which is downloadable for free from the Play Store if you've got Android, or from the iOS Store if you've got any Apple device. And it's a great bit of kit. It's a nice little app, lots of features in there, and some kind of like a more unique user interface than some of the other stuff. So have a look. It's well worth a look. That's the Ryanair that came in a while back. Not that long ago, in fact. The origin of this one was Marseille. It's a 737-800, and the reg, we might even just be able to catch there. DYV, Echo India, Delta Yankee Victor. There we go then. Lovely stuff. All eyes on the Dreamliner. We'll be seeing that depart a little bit later, something a bit bigger than usual from here. Clip Out Panda is a new subscriber to the channel. Welcome, welcome, and great to have your company here today. I always make this, I always say this, but I think we've had like 4 new subscribers since we've been on air this morning. I only get notifications for a very select few people. I don't know if it's to do with privacy or just how YouTube behaves. So I can't name you all in person because I don't see your names, but thank you ever so much, and welcome to the channel if you have joined us this morning. And if you haven't already, just press that subscribe button. It's entirely free for you, and it just means that you'll be kept up to date with notifications, especially if you press that alert button. You'll be kept up to date with our latest on air times, and then other things we're up to as well. And by the way, we are on social media. If you want to follow us on there, it's at Planecaster on Twitter. Facebook is probably worth searching Planecaster. I think it's Planecaster 2023 or something like that, as I managed to cock something up. I can see the next arrival in the distance, and the details for that coming up for you now. It's the Maon to Bristol. It is Menorca. We were talking about Menorca earlier, weren't we? It's a 737 MAX 8, and this one is Golf Tango Uniform Mike Bravo. So let's gap. Focusing on this one. You know, folks, I was zooming in on that because it looked like the reversal was just like a tiny bit open, and I'm sure that wouldn't be the case, but I'll be interested to look back on that video. The sort of the demarcation between the thrust reverser where it opens is just quite pronounced there. Quite surprised. Anyway, lovely stuff from the Tui. We'll keep the camera there. We'll have some double Tui action in just a second. Next arrival today from AGP Malaga Airport in southern Spain. It's Golf Echo Zulu Papa Delta. This will have been a 2-hour 15 flight by the time it lands, give or take a minute. It's a 7-year-old 737 A320 CEO. I do apologise, folks, talking rubbish today, even more so than usual. That's just turning on to finals now, so as soon as we see it, we'll bring that to you. Ranji, hi from India. Welcome along to the channel. Greetings from us all. You're very welcome here. Bristol Airport in the southwest of the United Kingdom, one of the busiest regional airports in the country, and lots of short-haul traffic, and we've also got a Dreamliner leaving us today on a long-haul destination, which is Melbourne in Florida, not the one in Australia. You know, I did say Twitter, didn't I, Lord Darlow? You're absolutely right. I'm on X. x.com/@Planecaster, I believe, is the URL. That's going to take some getting used to for me, that is. Okay, as promised. Next arrival is on its way. Miss the Tui on Tui action now, folks. The inbound didn't hang around, just coming past the Dreamliner now. It's a shame. Never mind, we like arrivals, don't we? Getting a little bit busier here all the time at Bristol Airport. Plenty to come today. We've also got the departure of one of our first subscribers, Tyler, and his flight is out to Antalya at 3 p.m. with EasyJet. So we're looking forward to that, and he's on an A320neo, which I know he was hoping for, so that's good news. Right, nothing immediately obvious now for arrivals for a little bit. I imagine we'll see a couple more departures, but let's bring up the departure information, arrival information for you now. Thomas Junker, welcome to the channel. You're a new subscriber and you are very welcome. Your name came up so I can mention you. Thank you. Here's the latest. The 1152 is the one that just landed. The 1155 I'm not seeing any sight of though, if that's coming up on your version of the data. That may be an error. Let's catch this quickly. The general aviation always creeps up on me. Not be seeing that on the radar, of course. So if anything, it's becoming a bit more overcast up here today. So in terms of being able to bring you some passing traffic, I'm not going to be able to do that for a while unless it clears. Let's have a look at this EasyJet that just landed. Always something going on at this airport, that's the beauty of it. Whether it's on the ground or inbounds or departures, there's generally something interesting to watch, which is always great. Bit of a size comparison for you now. A320 versus 787-800 or 7878. There you go. They were superimposed over each other perfectly there, didn't they? A little bit of a breeze. First time I've felt a breeze up here today, so that's nice. It is coming from the south, so it is a crosswind, but probably not the sort that's going to cause the pilots any trouble today. We're live from Bristol Airport, folks. My name's Danny. This is Planecaster. We are here every week from the airport, and we're here till about 2 o'clock today, and then we'll be covering Tyler, one of our first subscribers to the channel. His flight is off to Turkey at 3 o'clock, so what we'll be doing, and we'll be finishing at 2, taking a drive round to the other end of the airport, and then going live on the roving camera to capture Tyler's takeoff, which is the EasyJet to Antalya. It's an A320neo from what we've seen, which is something I know Tyler was looking forward to, so that's good news. Tyler confirmed to us he was just parking earlier, about 45 minutes to an hour ago, so now he's probably in the terminal, going through security, doing all the things that need to be done, check-in, security, and the all-important visit to the duty-free shop, unless you know the route to bypass it, of course. Should I tell you that? You know, if you turn right, straight after security, once you turn left out of security with security behind you and you're facing the duty-free, often there's a little right-hander, you can go through there, and it takes you straight to the gate area, and you don't have to walk that 17 miles through the duty-free shop. But, of course, we want to walk through the duty-free shop because it's wonderful. And no, I'm not on commission. Beautifully peaceful up here today, just a few families, and dog walkers as ever up here making their way around. Enjoying the good weather. Just to give you an idea, we don't really normally pan this way, do we? Let's pan up here. This sort of bank of overcast cloud which is above us, that's the edge of it, is a big feature today. So unfortunately we're not really able to bring you the shots we'd like to bring you, sadly, of passing traffic. But the cloud is quite high, so we are getting the occasional traffic that takes off from the airport and then does a 180 and comes past, so that's quite cool. The Ibiza to Cardiff service is just coming up the channel. So 737 with Sunwing, 737-800 that is. That's to the south east of Barry Island. Barry. Love a bit of Barry Island. Love a bit of Barry. Barry Town. I drive here from Cardiff, by the way. I don't live in Bristol, I actually live in Cardiff, but there was no point really picking Cardiff because sadly we just don't have the traffic there to make it interesting. So I take the trip to Bristol to bring you Planecaster, folks, in case you wondered. 12:02, folks. Where did that last hour and a bit go? We have 7 new subscribers today. Welcome to every single one of you. You're very welcome to the channel, and we hope we can bring you some great content from Bristol Airport from now on for you. We've been around since February, where we were doing testing in February and March, I suppose, to limited and then better success, and then we kind of got on our feet properly, I suppose, in April, or latter half of March, and then into April, and ever since then we've been weekly here from Bristol Airport, barring a couple of breaks for holiday. Another spotter come down here now with a very, very long lens. I've got lens jealousy. .44 of you watching us at the moment. Every single one of you, very welcome to Bristol Airport here in the southwest of the UK. Jose Pinella from Lisboa. Good morning. Good morning to you. Great to have your company from Portugal. Some good comments on the chat there about the duty-free service. Right, we've got some overhead. You're not missing anything, folks, because that is flying overhead of us, I believe. I certainly can't see it. Alibi says you've got your dogs outside Cardiff, a place called Tenerife. Ah, yes. I said that wrong though. I've got the pronunciation almost certainly wrong, but yes, I've heard of it. Don't think I've been there. Darlo, we won't tell the missus about Barry. What happens in Barry stays in Barry. Sounds like a rough premise for a TV series. So I wonder if Tyler is availing himself of the 10% discount on the lounges. There's 2 lounges at Bristol. They've both been refurbished. And Bristol Airport have vouchers at the moment for 10% off either of those lounges. And all you've got to do is go to the website. You'll also get 15% off official parking as well. So don't pay full price, folks. Take advantage of the generosity. Now, 12:05, we are expecting the Dreamliner, last time I looked, was a 12:20 arrival, departure, sorry. And I'll have a quick look now to see if we've got any further information on that. Estimated departure now 12:30. So 10 minutes slippage from the original delay. It's a bit of a shame, but hopefully still something we'll catch in good time today for you. That wing is so beautiful, isn't it? Cute little tail as well. That arrived this morning at about 8:50. Very quick flight down from Birmingham on a positioning. So that's a shame, we didn't get to see that. If anybody else caught that, I'm sure you will be seeing it on the Bristol Airport spotting group though. Speaking of which, I have completely forgotten to do something, so bear with me 1 second. Make sure you do check out Bristol Airport Spotting. It's a fantastic website. You can Google that, but you can also find it on Facebook as well. Nice and chilled out here today at the airport. A little bit of nature for you as well. I'll try and stay quiet a bit longer. Let's turn up the nature for you. Okay, plenty to come here folks, don't go anywhere. Just going to bring up latest arrival board. Yeah, Lord Darlow, my missus can say it, and she can say it very well. She's not. She is Welsh, and she is not a native Welsh speaker though. But she is very good at pronunciation and saying many Welsh words. I will. I'll get a recording. If I remember, I'll get a recording of her saying it and play it back on a stream one day. She says it with a certain pace, a cadence, a kind of rhythm, which is just brilliant. And she can do the whole rolling thing, which I can't do, as you can tell. Right, some of this arrival information on here is a bit dicky, isn't it? I'm just looking at what I've put up on the screen now. I don't see it in real time. I'm in my day job, I'm between jobs at the moment, so what I've been doing is learning some new tech, and I'm a programmer by trade, a developer, PHP developer, language of the web, and JavaScript and all that sort of thing. But I'm also learning a new language now, which is making some great possibilities for some of our titles and the way that we do stuff. So as I always say, it is actually genuinely under constant development, but I've got to learn it first in order to be able to use it. So bear with these graphics that we do for you. They're all very beta in their nature, early versions that we're just testing out live to see how they work in the field, as it were, literally in the field, in my case, and you know, improving on them every time. But yeah, sometimes we're not quite getting the right data on the screen or the right flights tagged, but it is quite a technical thing that we're doing. So your patience is much appreciated. We will make it better. I know one thing we're pretty good at is telling you where a plane has been and how well a plane has been utilised. So if we can get the registration of this one when it becomes visible, I'll see what I can tell you about it. There's a big winglet in the way at the moment. Actually, we're going to have to leave that anyway because we have another arrival. Oh, now the skies are clear. We've got a bit of trail action as well. I don't know what to bring you. Look, let's just bring you this quickly. Oh, I can't get the... can I get it there? There you go. Just about. I can't go any more to the... Yes, I can. Don't know what that is if anybody's looking at the radar at the moment. Plop. There we go. Bit of a bonus. So it looks like it is going to clear up actually. I'll be suntan central. Good job I got my lotion on. Bit of P20. Probably came from Bristol Airport, duty free. Speaking about that earlier. I'm not going to start doing Welsh accent style though because I'm going to get denied entry again if I'm not careful. Lovely stuff. Welcome all 60 of you watching Planecaster today. I'm being barked at by a friendly, waggy, inquisitive dog. There's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately, since it's in the field next to me. Right. What I'm going to do is just wander off. Hopefully the microphone will continue working. Next arrival's in from Pisa, a 20 Neo, Golf, Uniform, Zulu, Hotel Oscar. We can expect that one in about 10 minutes. Hello Jeff, I would love to know the answer to that. Jeff says, what have the loadings been like for the TUI flights to MLB and PUJ this year, and has this contributed to the demise of these flights next year? I mean, in traditional thinking, I guess would lean us towards that conclusion, but I guess the price also comes into play as well, doesn't it? The price of the landing fees, etc. Got a Jet2 departure coming up for you very, very shortly, and this is off to Paphos, and this is 737-800, 6 years old, Golf Juliet Zulu Hotel Whiskey. Looks like this one's making a reasonably quick departure. We'll bring up some stats about this plane after it's taken off. Sky is now full of trails. Now I can actually see it. We're just waiting for this departure though. Okay, 737-800 Jet2 departure to Paphos. Rolling now. So this one is Golf Juliet Zulu Hotel Whiskey. Just bring up some details of that. Next inbound's from Pisa as promised. baking up here now at Felton Common. You're with Planecaster, I'm Danny, getting a suntan and bringing you some great plane spotting action. Hope you're enjoying it. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to press that subscribe button if you didn't already. You will get alerts and you'll know when we're on in future. Plus you'll be really helping us out by telling everybody else when we're on air and helping people to find streams from Bristol Airport. Right, we're going to try and go close in on the planes and maintain the privacy of the people in the field in front of us, because it's just good practice. I don't want to put people on camera who don't really want to be on camera, so I hope you understand, folks. We have to divert the camera a little bit. Yeah, absolutely baking up here at the moment. There are some trails to see, actually. If I go... Where's it gone? Oh, wait. Somewhere. Oh, the camera's so frustrating. You can see what you want in the sky, but you can't see it on the camera. There it is. Sorry, folks. It's quite a way away. That's no use to anybody, is it? Sorry, folks. Right. So we're still hoping this is going to be out at 12:30. Just a little bit of admin I need to deal with here, folks. Keep things in the shade, otherwise things will start turning off in my experience. Just trying to get you the latest information on the TUI departure, because 12:30 looks unlikely at this precise moment. Still have 12:30 on the radar. Let's see what happens, I guess, folks. Phew. Now the blue skies have come out. It is absolutely scorchio. I did want to bring you that EasyJet coming in, I'm afraid. We've got people just in the camera view, and as I said earlier, just want to try and maintain people's privacy as much as possible. So we'll keep the we'll keep the view on the Dreamliner just for a second, as we are expecting something to happen, although I think, tell me if I'm wrong, it looks like the steps are still out at the rear there. Is that what I can see? What an absolutely beautiful day here at Felton Common. Planecaster is live from Bristol Airport. Great to have your company with us today. Plenty going on despite appearances. You're just joining us in one of the little gaps. Got a viewer's flight going out later at 3 o'clock today to Antalya. We'll be catching that on a separate stream. There is a separate stream set up for that, folks, by the way. As when we stop this one, we won't be able to start broadcasting to it again. Now, that looks like a huge plane coming towards us. Airbus A350 1000 series. It is going from San Diego, California to London, Heathrow. And I think we may have the pleasure of seeing that come over. So I'll see if I can catch that for you folks. As the skies are definitely a bit kinder to us than when I first arrived. New subscriber, notification, Dundee Villarreal, welcome to the channel. Great to have your company and thanks very much for joining us. I will shout out anybody whose name comes up on my notifications, but very few do, I'm afraid. So if you are new and I haven't given you a shout, say hi in the chat. I'll be glad to say hello to you. And a warm welcome from us all here at Planecaster. Damned if I can see the plane I just spoke of. Currently over the channel to the north of us. I'm sorry, to the south of us, my mistake. Yeah, no, absolutely to the north of us. Get it right, come on now. Inbound Dublin to Bristol we can expect in about 10 minutes. Maybe a little bit less. It's just doing the turn onto finals. Let me just see where I'm looking. So I'm looking to the west. Yeah, actually, we're not going to catch the Airbus. I'm sorry, it's still in the clouded area. What a shame. Never mind, there'll be more. We'll catch the inbound shortly. Speaking of that inbound, it is a Ryanair 737-800 again. We haven't seen a MAX yet today. It's currently at 4,000 feet. The registration is Echo India, Echo Victor Golf. This one's 11 years old, having been delivered in February 2012, and 344 kilometres into about a 364 kilometre journey from Dublin. It's just making its turn now, actually, folks. You might be able to see it turning onto final there, actually. Oh, come on. There it is. There we go. We don't often get the chance to see that, and in fact, it hasn't done a great job of it. But that is the aircraft turning from the north onto the westerly finals for runway 27 here at Bristol. And that noise you can hear, I think, is that Airbus I wanted to bring you, but it's not visible, sadly. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, my goodness. It is totally visible. Hold on, folks. I can't get the camera up there enough. Can you see that? I don't think you can you? Oh, my goodness. It's so beautifully visible. Oh no. Let me see if I can catch it there. Behind that wispy cloud there, it's just coming out there, I think, if you can see it. Folks, I don't think I can bring it to you. I'm so sorry. It's that was a stunning view, an absolutely stunning view. It's currently heading for that cloud there. Is that? can't see it. Right, let's catch the arrival for you. Let's do what we can do. Blimey, what a palaver, eh? Bright sunshine playing a bit of havoc with autofocus today. Good news is, the skies are clearing even more, so I think anything that comes over we should be able to catch, and I'll see if I can adjust this tripod so that I've got a little bit more up and down range. This is your inbound 737-800 from Dublin though. Ryanair, of course. There's a bonus dog for you. Not going to dwell on bringing you other people's dogs though. Although if we see the rabbits, we will definitely bring you the rabbits, don't worry. Although I think the chances of you seeing the rabbits at the current time when the dogs are out is minimal, I have to say. Let's let me get this. Doing its final rollout. Oh, it really is turning into a stunning day here at Bristol Airport. Hi to you if you're watching us from the other end, if you're at Winters Lane, and enjoying the action from another unique vantage point. Hope it's all good for you up there. And all of our returning people who tune in, week out, welcome back to the channel. It's so good to have you with us, really is. Thank you. It means the world that I can do something that others are very interested in watching. It's no greater privilege, to be honest, so thank you. Well, again, keep our eye on this Dreamliner. The steps still look like they're out. If anybody has any intelligence on the Dreamliner situation, please do let us know. Venice, forgets to put the mic back on again. Venice to Bristol is next on the arrivals. That's better. Oh, crikey, look. Again, the problem is, let's have a make a quick adjustment. Right, let's see if I can bring you that now. Oh, come on man, where are you? Missed it again. Having a mare today. Oh, there, right. There, somewhere around there. Can we see that? Yes. It's making a very low pass over the field. One second. He's coming to this field. Hello. Oh, excuse me a minute, folks. No worries. Very adventurous dog. There you go. He's on his way back now. Sorry folks, bit of dog related curve. You're not missing anything, don't worry. You're not missing anything. We will bring this back and catch this Venice arrival now with Ryanair. I think Ryanair. I say Ryanair. I could be entirely wrong. 1 second. Yes, 737 MAX 8200. So the first MAX from Ryanair to bring you today. Come back to the channel in just a second, folks. Sorry for the lack of communication. I'll be with you in a second. Desperately trying to bring you other stuff in the sky and largely failing at it. I don't know what's going on. So Marley Meredith, or Marley Meredith, hello, welcome to the channel, hope you're well. Jeff Baker's with us, Lord Darlow's with us, love aviation. It's good to have you with us, folks, and if you are new to the channel and we haven't said hello to you yet, do pop up on the chat. We're very friendly. Come and say hello. You'll be made to feel very welcome. Here's our first Ryanair Max of the day, which they uniquely call the Max 8200, or the Boeing 737-8200, because of the bad publicity about the Max. Got a shrewd Ryanair move there. Lovely quiet arrival. Will we hear any reverse thrust? Now if you could hear that noise just now, that is the wake turbulence, which is stirred up by those winglets. Yeah, a little bit of reverse thrust there. We've got another arrival now, so we'll swing it round. So that was quite interesting that you got to hear that, and I think probably because it's not very much, there's not very much wind in the air. The wake turbulence is not really being blown anywhere. I think that's how it works anyway. I'm no expert, just going by what's happened previously. It's 12:40 here at Bristol Airport. This is an inbound arrival, so we're going to see two Maxes in a row. This is a genuinely named 737 MAX 8 from TUI. It's in from Ibiza. It's currently at 1800 feet. It's doing 170 knots, and the registration of this one is Golf Tango Uniform Mike November TUI.
The sound is incredible, the turbulence.
Yeah, it was beautiful, wasn't it? I haven't heard it today apart from then.
Yeah, because normally it's a little bit windy up here, but that's amazing.
Yeah.
Heard that before.
No, absolutely. Fellow spotter just chatting to me there about the wake turbulence sound. Don't know if you also noticed on the camera, on this here, you could just see another plane lining up behind. But I have lost sight of it now, so maybe I just dreamt that. Yes, there is another one behind, so these landings are going to be quite close in comparison to normal at Bristol. And there is such a relaxed noise about the way these planes approach, these Maxes and the Neos. But we won't dwell on that because we have another. Another coming in. Let's bring you the details of this one now here at Planecaster. Palmer, Ryanair, another Max. 3 Max 8 in a row. Can't be bad. That Tui was in a Ryanair sandwich. We're going on about cheese again now. Oh my goodness me, we don't want that. Tui now estimated 1:30 departure, says Jeff Baker. Blimey. What are they doing? That is really interesting that it's been so delayed today. It arrived here early this morning on its positioning flight. That'll be really interesting to see if it actually does go at 1:30. I mean, we're here till 2 and then we'll be here at 3 again, so we've just for one flight, that is. But if it's taken off, we won't ignore that, of course. Another very, very quiet approach. So that was 3 Max 8s you've just seen in a row there. Let's go. The second Max 8 is just coming down back now from the end of the runway. That'll be parking up this end. As in that end. The sky is full of X trails, but no live trails at the moment. So nothing really to see above us. If there is, I promise you I'll try and bring it to you and most likely fail based on anything else that's been happening today. So it looks like that one's off to a bus stand. I think normally a bus turns up, doesn't it, when you park over in that area on the side like that. And this other side nearest us as well, when you're parked sideways, it's generally a bus arrival and departure, isn't it? Dubrovnik arrival is due in very shortly. It's an A319 with EasyJet Echo Zulu Bravo Hotel with us in about 5 minutes. Malaga inbound as well, another 737 MAX 8 from TUI. Our 4th MAX 8 arrival of the day. That will be in soon. Maybe 10 minutes to that one. 5 minutes for the Dubrovnik and 10 minutes for the TUI. Let's put the camera over here so we can catch that. Just caught a glimpse of it just now and lost it again. I swear it's the orange. Oh my goodness, he's still going on about cheese. I'm being chased by bees. Tell us your favourite planes and cheese. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not discussing cheese, Lord Darlow. It's disgraceful. It's a disgraceful item. Should never have been invented. I mean, how did they even realise to invent that anyway? A380 just coming over South Wales, FSO to LHR. San Francisco to Heathrow, Jeff Baker says. You see the A380. Okay, let's try and catch this. Keep us up to date with that one, Jeff. The skies look clear enough. If you let me know where it is in South Wales, that'd be great. I mean, I can have a look myself in just a second. It'd be beautiful to see an A380 on the stream for sure. Let's have a wide angle on this one and we might even spot it. Okay, let's swing that there for a second. I'm just going to have a quick look and see where this A380 is. San Francisco to LHR. Did I miss that, Jeff? Sorry. Let's have a quick look. Not seeing it at the moment. Ah, right, okay, so it's only over Gower right now. Okay, alright, okay, well, that's going to be descending, isn't it, soon? So maybe we'll be able to catch that. That'll be fantastic. We do have another arrival coming in, but it looks like we've got plenty of time as it's got to clear Cardiff first. And indeed Swansea, so let's bring you our next arrival today here at Bristol Airport. Welcome to the stream, folks. If you are new to it and if you would be so good as to press that button, you'd be really helping us. You know the button I'm talking about, the one that says subscribe. It won't cost you anything, but it means our channel gets brought to the attention of such a wider group of people. Every time you do that, we hit loads more people, so thank you ever so much in advance. Really, really appreciate it. Inbound now is the Malaga to Bristol 737 MAX 8 Golf. Tango, Uniform Mike Golf is a TUI arrival. Let me let you enjoy the engine noise on this as well. I'll shut up and we'll put the effects mic on so we don't get that horrible echo. folks. Now, if you want me to do that more, let me know. If you want to catch the noises more, right now, eyes on the sky for the A380. Let's have a quick look, see where it is. Right, just coming back over the South Wales coast again. 33,000 feet, so it has begun its descent. Definitely going to keep an eye out for that. That'll be a beautiful sight. We've kind of got mostly clear skies, a few trails and a little bit of wispy cloud in the way, but barring nothing else, we should be able to, no disasters, we should be able to catch it for you. Just hoping we don't miss it with other stuff going on. So Love Aviation's getting his shopping in. Lord Daddy said, Danny, I'd hate to be the one cleaning up after the dogs. I think you'd need a tractor and a wagon, forklift and a van. Do you know, a forklift? I might have to get a forklift. I could go up Winters Lane, raise the forklift, and I'd be above the fence then, wouldn't I? Probably get immediately taken down by the feds, but you know, what an angle. I suppose you could say this channel has gone to the... Oh, get me coat. Are you here a week? Jeff, thanks very much for the A380 updates. Much appreciated it. I don't think I've ever seen such figures as 80 people watching at once here at Planecaster. So welcome, folks. I am absolutely astounded that there's so many of you watching today. Got an A380 on a Passover, hopefully soon. Try and catch that for you. Do have an arrival coming in as well, which is what I was slightly worried about, but I guess we're here for the Bristol traffic primarily, so we'll catch that for you. We'll try and squeeze in the A380. It's got a little way to come yet anyway. Yeah, so many of you on the channel, and that is a new thing for me, so brilliant. Thank you so much. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. And I know I keep saying it, but it's so important. If you could press that subscribe button, it's free of charge for you, it just makes all the difference. Thank you. Amsterdam to Bristol KLM that you're seeing now. This is our Embraer 190. Let's turn the sound on again, shall we? That was quite a pitch. Oops. There you go. That's why we don't have that mic on. That was quite a pitch angle, wasn't it? Very interesting. Okay. Now where's this A380 at? That's what we want to know. What's happening? Do have another arrival coming in as well. It's Palmer. And it's a Jet2 service. Currently 2,200 feet. Due in about 5 minutes. Can just about see it. A380 now, where we would want to be able to spot it, so I might have to kind of... I just can't see it at the minute, folks. I just can't see it. In theory, I should be able to see it. Right, Eyes are open anyway, folks. Eyes are open. Yes, I can see it. And I bet you I can't get up there again, can I? It's too... No. Okay, folks, hold on. We're going to have to catch it as it's gone past. I've got a real range issue with this, the amount I can tip this thing. Right, okay, is that it? No. You just see it in the top of your screen, folks. If I can get it in the centre, I will. Look, there we go. Wow. Oh, blimey, this damn tripod's great for everything on the whole, but yeah, I struggle with the axe. Sorry, folks, we got a little glimpse of it. Here's that Jet2 inbound we're telling you about anyway. There we go. And we have another arrival as well, so it's all kicking off here at Bristol. Told you it'd get busy eventually. All of our new viewers are tuning in just in time. $85 of you watching, and I think that those of you who have pressed that subscribe button is just absolute proof, because people have done that this morning, and it's suddenly put us on YouTube in a sort of more prominent position, so other people are spotting us. So welcome to the channel, folks. It's Planecaster, based at Bristol Airport once a week, but we do get out and about when we can. Geneva, inbound. Hotel Bravo, Juliet, Zulu, X-ray, A320, CEO for EasyJet. But this is an EasyJet Europe. In fact, I tell a lie. It's the, they've got three arms, haven't they? This is EasyJet Switzerland. You can see it how I see it, folks. Those are the views pretty much you'll get if you come to Feltham Common, minus the zoom of course. Uses a bit of reverse thrust. Here's the Jet2 that came in one landing ago. Feeling ambitious now. Can I get to 100 viewers at once? That would just be absolutely astounding. I know in terms of other channels, those sort of viewing figures are nothing really, because I've got so many great peers, been doing this for ages, with amazing subscriber numbers, but I've never seen numbers like this. Absolutely astounding. 88 at once. Brilliant. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, wherever you've joined us from today, and how you've come across us, whether you're a recurring person or regular back. Now there's 97 of you. Are we really going to hit 100? Tyler, hi Danny, in the airport on the rooftop. Oh wow, now can we get Tyler on the rooftop? This is a great idea. I think annoyingly, and I say that annoyingly because we're an aviation channel, there are planes in the way, but is that the rooftop there? Someone's gone and put that damn Ryanair in the way. From what I remember, oh, hang on a second, let's filter through that a minute. Yeah, I don't think I can see the rooftop from here. I hope you're enjoying it though, and getting some great views up there. In fact, I know you will be. I went up there before my Pisa flight, absolutely loved it. "91 of you. I'm absolutely astounded at this, folks. Absolutely astounded. Yeah, Jeff Baker did just catch sight of the A380. It was pretty poor effort, though. I'm sorry about that. It's all about the up-down angle of the tripod. I've got a stick on it, which allows me to obviously pan, and it's quite a big stick. You know, I don't want to show off. It's quite a big stick, and it does get in the way, unfortunately. So the airport looking a lot busier now. The Dreamliner, we had an unobscured view of that earlier. We did briefly have 102 viewers. Thank you, Lord Darlow. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm sure that will show up on the stats later. That is an absolute record for me, folks, and it's because of you guys watching, chatting, sharing, and doing all the things that you always do, because you're just amazing. Tyler John, you can see me. I'll give you a wave. You ought to take a picture of me, Tyler. See if you can zoom in. You're more likely to have seen that other gentleman here with a spotter. He had an absolutely enormous zoom lens. He'd be able to see what like t-shirt you're wearing. Yeah, absolutely astounded. Folks, let me tell you who we are. We are Planecaster. We're live from Bristol Airport once a week. My name's Danny, and we're trying to spread the word that Bristol Airport is a fantastic airport for watching live streams. So come and join us. You're always very welcome. Very friendly channel. Say hi on the chat. You'll always be made to feel welcome. And if you're flying out of Bristol, or you're cabin crew, pilots, passengers, anybody in the heroes on the ground here at Bristol Airport or in the control tower, then just say hi. Love to hear from you. I'm watching the cabs at 96 now. Come on, folks. Danny, cherry picker is what you want. Yeah, you know, you're right. A cherry picker would be amazing, wouldn't it? Because you don't even have to park that next to the fence. There's obviously a rule about you being within 15 metres or 15 feet of the fence, which is quite justifiable, but with a cherry picker, be over the other side of the road. No problem at all. Point to the EasyJet lounge. Yeah, well, I can see if I can get through the fence. Hold on, let's go manual focus here. I'm trying to work out where you are roughly. And I've been up there, but I can't place it from this angle. It's not that way, is it? I don't think. That's way down. Oh, well, bear with me, Tyler. We've got a departure. It's been quite quiet on the departure front for some time. I am getting a scorchio suntan, let me tell you. Philippa B, welcome back to the channel. I think we saw you last week. That's the first of several departures. The next will be, and let's turn the echo off, the next will be Ryanair. Okay. Next departure is to Palma de Mallorca with Ryanair, and the service you just saw take off was the Milan service with EasyJet. There's an inbound from Alicante with Jet2, that's Golf Juliet Zulu Bravo Papa to come. 5 minutes or so, I would say. Let's see if the Ryanair is able to squeeze out before then. There's a Dreamliner right above us. I bet you I can't catch it again. Do they have to fly right above us, for goodness sake? No, not going to happen. There you go, you can just see it there, folks. Top corner of your screen. So I've got a second to catch it, so let's see if I can wait till it comes here. There we go, 7879 I think that is. And looks like Ryanair will be making its escape before the inbound. Extremely grateful to you if you can press that subscribe button if you're new to us, folks. As you can see today, people doing that already has had an abnormally fantastic effect, as our numbers are rocketing this afternoon. It's absolutely great to have you here, and we'd love to bring you more and more of these streams. We do it every week. So if you'd like to find out when the next one is, just press that subscribe button. You can click the alert button as well if you like the notifications to tell you when. But just subscribing also keeps you up to date to a certain extent. We'll be on your timeline much more. The crosswind is just kind of a little bit more evident now, just from that takeoff, but I mean, it's not exactly drastic. There was nothing when we arrived, but it's a little bit more now. And as promised, I think this was a Jet2 inbound. David Newton, welcome to the channel. It is great to have your company. I would love to say hi to every single one of you subscribed, but they don't come up, unfortunately. Only a few people's names come up, so I can only say hello to the people I'm aware of. This is from Alicante, Jet2. It's at 1,000 feet. 1,100 feet, sorry. So we're here till about 2, and then what we'll do is we'll disappear, drive down the other end of the airfield to Winters Lane, and we will catch Tyler's departure on our roving camera. His departure is due at 3, so let's have a quick look now. Tyler's off to Antalya. Tyler was one of our very first subscribers very early on in the Planecaster story. Here week in, week out, it seems. So thank you ever so much for your company, and I hope you're going to have the most amazing holiday in Turkey. Let's have a look and see what's going on in that respect. We've got a departure coming up. I should be able to just quickly handle this before then. So you're still estimated at 3 o'clock. You are on an A320 Neo. I hope you saw that, Tyler. I know that's what you was hoping for. Love aviation. Yeah, join us for Great Plane Random Cheese Chat. And I cannot stand cheese. I mean, I just don't know how this channel has managed to become a centre of cheese discussion. Well, and cheese in general. A cheese discussion, you know. We'll catch that in just a second. I just wonder if I can just bring you, based on performance so far, possibly not. There was a trail. There we are. A north to souther. this afternoon, but no, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Camera's not having any of it today. It's too hot. There we go. There is a little light aviation that's just taken off from the runway, but it's so small I won't bring it to you. We won't be able to do it justice. I feel like we're definitely hitting a wider audience than we normally do today, so welcome folks, welcome to the channel, and welcome to Bristol Airport. Perhaps not an airport you normally see live streams from, but Planecaster is doing its best to change that here once a week with 2 to 3 hours every week of arrivals and departures. We're mixing it up in different weeks at the moment because I'm currently between jobs, so I've got a little bit more time on my hands. But I hope you're enjoying it. And there it is. Plane that just arrived, but let's catch this departure. It's making its escape. And finally the Dreamliner's pushing back, isn't it? If my eyes did not deceive me. Another great EasyJet departure. Dominant airline by far here, surely. From what we see on our streams anyway. I think that might have been just an illusion, the Dreamliner pushing back. My mistake. Sorry to get you all excited. TUI is now put back to 13:45, unbelievable. Yeah, Darlo, I think I am probably one of the 16 people in the entire world who doesn't like cheese. It is strange to me how I'm in the minority there, but you're quite right. Absolutely right. Right. Glorious stuff. Multiple movements, look. I can't see anything good about. Well, listen. So here's a bizarre thing. I will make an admission about cheese because this is kind of important, and I feel like in the spirit of honesty, I should tell you this. You can get at Aldi those Snack Right branded Whatsits. Let's say for what it is. They are Whatsits in any other name. And I can smash a huge bag of them, no problem at all. But a piece of cheese touches my tongue? Absolutely not. It's disgusting. I just cannot have cheese. Don't like the taste, don't like the texture. I mean, you can't say that a packet of cheese crisps tastes anything like cheese. That would have to be my assertion here. Lord Darlow, it's TUI uniform indigo that's here at the moment. Look at that now, 98 viewers. I'm used to seeing 20s, 30s more recently. It's just fantastic. Thank you, folks. Thank you so much. If I see that hit 100 myself, I think I'll go mad. Although I think we already did. Stay with us, folks. There's a Dreamliner to come, departing. Let's get the camera on it. Hoping we'll catch that before we go at 2. We will be back at 3 or just beforehand. on the roving cam, and we have a departure to bring you as well now, so let's do that. We saw this Neo come in earlier, and it's already on its way. It's off to Lanzarote, this one. Uniform Zulu Hotel Oscar A320neo. Lanzarote will do well to compete with this weather today. But we wish them well. Bon voyage, have a lovely holiday. There's a bit of Ryanair pushback action for you for a second. This is off to Béziers, and there's also looks like a couple of others getting ready to go. We'll bring you the details of those as soon as we've got them. I can hear something above me, but I can't see it again. More cloud now. Not as bad as earlier, but still making it a bit tricky to catch what's there. Southwest Rail and Aviation Productions. I don't know when it'll be going, but I'm sure it's not going anytime soon. The fuel valve is broken or something. They need a replacement when they land in Melbourne, or need it now. Wow, fantastic information. Thank you very much. You are a great source of information. Thank you. Don't forget to give these guys a follow on YouTube, Southwest Rail and Aviation Productions. They broke the fuel valve. I was up Winters Lane for it and heard over the radio they've broke it. It was all ready to go, and then that came up. That's what the issue is. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lord Darlow, cheese and onion pasties? Absolutely not. Cheese spread? No. Never in a million years. Right. Got a little light aviation coming in. Let's see if I can just... Wow. Okay. So there's one over the runway at the moment, and there's this as well coming in. It doesn't look particularly safe to me at all, but there we are. I mean, obviously it's not over the runway now, but this is quite close to it, all things considered. But there we are. There's your registration of that one. Can't show you where the other one, because it's kind of gone out of the way now, but literally as the camera was here, there was one flying over the runway from north to south at quite a low height, so that's quite bizarre. Oh, bad news for the passengers off to Melbourne in Florida today. Then they're going to be pretty annoyed, because there's I don't know whether we'll have a replacement aircraft coming or something, but I don't suppose that's going to happen quick enough for us, unfortunately. This inbound now that you're looking at is an EasyJet service. It's coming in from Split. Echo Zulu Tango Alpha is the registration. It has been on a 2-hour 25 flight today. I'm sure these people arriving back from Split, which is Croatia, isn't it, Split? And they'll be very pleased to see the weather. It's just as beautiful in Bristol this afternoon. Okay, we've got 103. We've actually hit the 100 barrier for Planecaster. I'm going out of my mind right now. Thank you, folks. Thank you so much. Please press that subscribe button. Come join us so you can see us in future streams. Won't cost you anything. It means the world to us. And the reason you're seeing us today as new subscribers is probably because of the fine actions of other people pressing that subscribe button. Thank you. Well, that is something of a shame. The news about the Dreamliner stays that way. That is really sad. 111 viewers, goodness me. Folks, welcome to the channel. I cannot emphasize just how welcome you are. Little old Bristol is getting some wonderful focus today, and quite rightly so. Welcome to the crew. That's the top end of Bristol runway at the well, bottom end from us. At the westerly end, planes always roll to the end and then do a 180 back down the parallel taxiway. In the winter, you will notice a much better view because a lot of this shrubbery dies away and thins out a bit, much like my hair did when I was very young. But we mustn't dwell on that. Alicante inbound, about 10 minutes away, just coming over the Mendip Hills to the south of the airfield. 6,400 feet. I imagine viewers on that plane, window passengers on that plane are going to have the most spectacular views out the window. I'd be quite jealous of that, I think. They basically said we're happy with what we have, and so TUI P is left in storage somewhere, and as TUI are the only UK operator of the 787 GE engine, so if it was an engine fault and they had Rolls-Royce, they could ask BA for a spare, but they can't as they have the General Electric engines. Aviation hunters are here. Hello folks. Don't forget to make sure you are subscribed to Aviation Hunters. I'm sure you are, as they're smashing it recently, but go and check them out. You'll find those guys not only from here occasionally, but also from Heathrow Airport, bringing you some great angles and some brilliant footage from Heathrow. Good to have your company today, guys. Hope everybody is well. We were hoping to catch the Dreamliner departure, but it's gone kaput from the sound of things. If you read up the channel, you'll find out more information about that, which has come to us from somebody else, a fellow spotter who's at the other end of the runway today. Our next departure will be a Ryanair 737. And this one's disappearing off to Béziers. We saw that push back earlier. It's Echo India Hotel Alpha Whiskey. And when I say a 737, of course, it's a 737 MAX 8-200. And we all know what that really means is a MAX 8. Let's give you the noise on this one. Fairly smooth from, fairly smooth conditions from what we're seeing on the plane's landing. Hardly any wind here on the ground. Just a little crosswind as they take off, but really, really quite tame, quite benign. Lots of birds flying around here at the moment, which is not the most ideal situation. Jeff Baker says turn and burn, nice. Aviation Hunters is here for the 787, scheduled in around 14 minutes. With it being TUI, I'm sure it'll be delayed. Yeah, Aviation Hunters, the day is full of delays for that plane. No trips to the moon, says Love Aviation. Oh, about my love of cheese. Sorry, Love. How long have you, Aviation Hunters, been here? Sorry. Good afternoon, Danny, and fellow aviation enthusiasts. Enjoying the stream. Would really like to encourage everybody to smash the like and subscribe button to support Danny in his hard work. Aviation Hunters, I couldn't say it fairer myself, but thank you. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you so much. I got temporarily kind of distracted in the action there for a minute, so I missed the chat. So sorry, folks. It's the old one pair of hands. There is a little, let's see if we can catch that for you up there. Right up in the sky there. What's that? Where's it gone? We had it just now. Anybody got that on their radar? Just coming to the south of the airfield. Stuff. Lovely. Right. Anyway, mustn't dwell on that. Got one of these to worry about. What a beautiful day. I've said it a few times today, but it truly is a beautiful day here at Felton Common. The weather is great. We've got astounding numbers, 112 people. I'm just absolutely blown away by this. Thank you, folks. If you've had a hand in helping to make this happen, if you've subscribed today, you will have had a hand. If you've liked the stream, you will have had a hand. And if you've shared the stream, you will have had a hand. So thank you. Even if you're just watching it, in fact, you'd have had a hand in it. So whichever way you've helped us, thank you so much. Thank you. Newcastle service. We'll send this one up to our friend at Plain Sailing Aviation, Mark. EZBH is the registration of this one, Echo Zulu Bravo Hotel. It's an A319. Newcastle, very similar size to Bristol. And Mark at Plain Sailing Aviation has Newcastle covered beautifully. So make sure you give him a subscribe as well. I'm not sure if Mark's on today, but if he is, then we'll dispatch it from here in a game of aviation tennis, and you can see it land with him. Actually, tennis is the wrong analogy. We don't want him smashing it back, do we? So that one's off to Newcastle. See if we can leave that McLean out for a second. Do have a Ryanair. Looks like it's going to make a dash in a second. Whoops, sorry folks. The Ryanair is heading to Lanzarote next. That's now over Cadbury House Hotel, if you're following that plane, if you know the area. Cadbury House is a lovely hotel down near Congresbury, of which this is going to the north of right now and to the south of Yatton. Always find it quite interesting when the clouds are clear like this, how far you can see the planes out. Next milestone, visual milestone I suppose, out the window will be the M5. Let's see if we can keep going. Has that gone into the cloud, or have we got... No, we've lost it there, sorry folks. Didn't quite get it to the M5. Anyway. Let's keep our eyes open there. Quick look at the chat. Some great chat about the Dreamliner if you're interested in it. Have a look at this live chat. Got lots of intelligence here and information. TUI use Swissport. Oh, it's TUI's cruise shortages. Blimey, something else has sneaked in here as well. Sorry folks. It's a little tiddler. I don't think we'll see that land. Yeah, edge a bit too high there. You can hear the feathering of the prop though. Anyway, right, the Ryanair will be making an appearance behind this bush. Behind the bush of mystery, we will call this. Although it's not that mysterious. The inbound you just saw, by the way, that was in from Paris to Bristol. It was a Pilatus PC12NG LX FLG registration, Lima X-ray dash Foxtrot Lima Golf. And the Bristol 737 now off to Arrecife in beautiful Lanzarote. Definitely be happy to be on this one. Well, apart from the fact it's a 737. I suppose they're okay, aren't they? If you're going to fly with Ryanair, it's not like you have a choice. Time's just gone 1:45. You're watching Planecaster, live from Bristol Airport. I'm Danny. Really hope you're doing well today. Hope you're enjoying the weather if you've got it. I think it's a tale of two halves with the weather in the country today, so if you're in the north, maybe not as nice as it is here. Or was it an east-west split? I can't remember now what they said. Happy for you to tell us your weather, where you are though. Please do get on the chat. Still a poor situation with the Dreamliner. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere at the moment. Well, apart from the fact it's now pushing back. Ah, dear me. We'll put that one in the outtakes. I bet the poor passengers are happy just to get there. They're like, I don't care if it's got a fuel filter or what it's got, doesn't matter. Next departure off to Sharm el Sheikh is a 737 MAX 8 with TUI. That's Tango Uniform Mike Bravo. Behind it, Amsterdam departure. The Embraer 190 we saw coming in earlier. We will stay if we can and catch this beautiful Dreamliner departing. And then we will disappear at 2 o'clock, only to return a little bit before 3 o'clock, before the departure of the EasyJet Antalya service A320neo for our friend Tyler, who is flying on that service to Turkey today. And one of our very earliest subscribers here at Planecaster, going way back, I think, probably to February or March, so just brilliant. That's when we started out, if you're new to us. Thanks ever so much for being part of our story now, though. Thanks for finding us today. One might surmise that, given the distance that's got to travel, that's quite heavy. Looked like quite a shallow initial lift-off off the runway, but I don't particularly know what I'm talking about with these things, so I think you can only really tell that if you're the pilot. Here's the KLM departure. Let's put the sound on for this one. .747 overflight. Do you know what? Let's fiddling around, pressing all the wrong buttons. Let's see if we can catch that quickly. There is a trail there. We have a delay on the stream, folks. There we are. There's 747 for you. 747-400 freighter. Well, you can see 3 of the engines anyway. The Embraer departs for Amsterdam, KLM, Embraer 190. But let's turn our attention to the big event of the day, the Dreamliner departure, which we've been eagerly anticipating, just doing its starting up, hopefully not discovering any more problems. This chat is fantastic today, folks. I need to go back and review this. I can't keep up with it in real time. I must apologise, but everybody who's been on here today, you've just been brilliant. Thank you. I'm going to shut up and turn the noise on. Hopefully we can catch the engine start up. Bit late for the engine start up there. Still, what I can say, it'll make a fantastic noise when it departs in front of us. What a beautiful sight. The only time I have ever travelled on Dreamliners is on Tui. Always had great flights. I do have an arrival, so let's catch that. What you're seeing in here now is Jet2 in from Corfu. It's a 737-800. Corfu even. Don't know why I pronounced that in a particularly posh way. Yeah, Corfu, don't you know? Okay, yeah, Dreamliner is just behind the bush of mystery at the moment. I have a feeling it's going to go straight away, so I'm just going to shut up, turn on the other mic so we don't get the echo. Enjoy. There is an arrival coming in, so it'll be on its way quite quick, I think. going to have to leave it, folks, because this is very close, as you can see. You didn't miss anything in terms of the climb out of that Dreamliner because it went into that rather murky kind of fuzz there. Although, having said that, it may just be visible again now. Hold on, let's just see. Oh, there you go. It's just, it totally disappeared for a second, but there we go. There it is, into the cloud now. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. Well, they're on their way now, so that's good news. Jeff Baker says it would be nice to see Jet2 expand gradually and take up transatlantic flights. Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree. Lord Darlow says another variant discovered. Yeah, that's true. Aviation Hunters to Jeff Baker, Jet2 definitely capable of doing so with the A330 and maybe even 321neo. However, competition would be the main issue. I mean, the 321neo now is being used by, is it JetBlue? For regular transatlantic flights. It's getting quite good feedback as well, as I understand it. Should be called Mrs. Patchmore. That paintwork is appalling. Brilliant, brilliant. Well, folks, that seems like an opportune time for me to take my leave, because we have a two-parter today. We're going to disappear for an hour now, then we're going to be back at the other end of the runway, on the left side hopefully, to try and catch the departure of the EasyJet flight to Antalya, which is our good friend Tyler. In fact, I'm nattering away. Might as well do this. Yeah, we're going to catch the departure of our good friend Tyler, who's one of our first subscribers to the channel. So thank you very much for your time today. I suspect many of you are new to the channel. I've never seen numbers like we've seen today. I'm absolutely astounded. So thank you so much for being with us today, enjoying the flights here at Bristol. And if you just want to see another departure, stay with us. We're going on to our experimental roving camera. And we'll be live about 2:45, maybe around that sort of time anyway, just to kind of catch the departure of the flight for Tyler to Antalya with EasyJet. If you are new to us today and you haven't pressed the subscribe button, you're probably fed up hearing this message. I totally get it, but it makes such a difference to us. If you can press it, it won't cost you anything, but it'll make a world of difference for us. Thank you so much for joining us from Bristol Airport for now, and I'll say goodbye, but we'll be back in 1 hour. Cheers. Thank you very much. And I must also say thank you so much to Love Aviation. Wayne, thanks for all your help with the moderation today. Really appreciated. Darlo, all of our regular chats, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic community. Look forward to seeing you again next week here at Bristol Airport. We'll post it all up on the channel when we're going to be here. That's why it's worth subscribing and pressing that alert button so you get all the notifications there. Take care, folks. See you in an hour.